It's a good start to a day. I'm sitting here like a big dumb goof, pushing the button, thinking my camera's on video mode when it's just on picture mode. So I'm sitting here trying to start my video, taking pictures of myself. Anyway, my girlfriend likes to toss her computer around like a football. So it's kind of sort of coming apart a little bit, and I'm gonna try to maybe piece it together so that it doesn't completely come apart. Here is the old Toshiba. She's seen better days. It's all split open here, and the charging jack is all twisted and broken up. The hinges on this are very stiff, and when she tries to close it, it actually just folds at the plastic. I'm going to take it apart and see if I can do anything about maybe using some epoxy and repairing it. Apparently the easiest way to get these things apart is to just drop them. Got all these stupid latches that hold it together even after the screws are out. I guess they're not stupid, they're just annoying when you're trying to take it apart. There's gotta be some sort of latch mechanism or something holding this together. So I found the release, I think, for to get the keyboard out, or at least I got one edge up. Make sure these will actually go back in. It looks like it, yeah. I'm not just breaking the shit out of stuff. The difference between breaking stuff apart and taking stuff apart. So, let's flip this little guy up here. Pull the keyboard off. Alright, so is it going to come apart now? I've got those screws out. Anybody who works on computers would be watching this and thinking, what a fucking goof. Why doesn't he just... Well, I don't just do that thing that you're thinking of because I don't have any idea what I'm doing here. Oh, I have no idea what was holding it, but it seems to be coming. Apparently I was supposed to remove the drive before I did all that. I think that's what was holding it. Another thing I wanted to look at was it makes a horrible, horrible noise when it's running. So I'm going to take the fan out and try to see if I can quiet it down. So I'll have to take out the screws to the, I guess this is the CPU. I see something down in there that's probably making the noise. There's a, what looks to be, oh, it's probably just a piece of plastic. This plastic has this copper looking stuff on it. And I see something, camera probably can't pick it up, but there's something right there. Oh yeah, it's shiny, so the camera might pick it up. And I think that's what's making the noise. So pull this off. Turn the computer upside down. There we go. Little bits falling out. The fan itself actually seems a little bit noisy. I've gotten quite sidetracked from the original plan, which was to just try to fix the hinges on this thing. But I figure while I'm in here, I might as well take this apart and see if I can quiet it down a little bit. Well, I'm gonna blow some compressed air in there and see if it helps anything. Probably not, but can't hurt. There was a huge amount of cat hair and dust built up around the heatsink radiator. I'm not sure what you call it, but anyway, the part that actually gets rid of the heat. Air passes through there, goes by the copper and comes out. Looks like these are aluminum fins. Anyway, there was a bunch of dirt packed in there, so it should cool better. I'm not very hopeful that I'm going to be able to do much inside of here. It's looking pretty crunched up. There's a nut right here, and there's some sort of spring tensioning system or something on the hinge. So perhaps I can loosen it up a little bit. Yeah, this hinge is just flopping around. It's all completely broken off on the other part of the computer. This is what's left of the hinge connection. These two screws are all that holds it to the monitor, and they're completely snapped off. And this nut is what holds the tension on that hinge. So I might try to loosen that up and then maybe put some epoxy in here. They always have little hidden latches or things that snap together, and in this case it seems to be that there's just stuff snapped together, and you think you're going to break it by prying on it. And sometimes if you pry on it you'll break it, and other times you have to pry on it, but there's no indication that you should be prying on it. So yeah, it's not a lot of fun. This video might be titled "How I Destroyed My Girlfriend's Computer." Alright, I think I've got one more snap over here. I guess this one went back together. So now I've got access to the hinge. So this is what it's supposed to look like. This is one of the bits that's supposed to be holding it together. If you look in here, you can see 1, 2, 3 places where the hinge is supposed to go on, like, let's see, which way is it supposed to go? This way, I think. I might even be able to make it so that the screw can be reinserted. What I'll do is put the screw in through the hinge, like the other two are. And then basically, I gotta degrease this and rough this up some, put a bunch of epoxy in there, and then drop the hinge in. Like I say, you always do too much or not enough with this stuff. Looking better than I thought it would. Just gotta hold it in place for a few minutes here. I might use a little butane torch to kind of heat this up a little. What that does is make it flow. It helps it cure quickly, but it also allows it to flow into little crevasses. I should be recording in slow motion just in case I slice my finger. Make for a good movie. Let's see if the trim fits at all. How does this work now? That goes under there. That comes out through here. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to remove a bunch of material because that kind of bulges down in the back. Still not 100% hardened, so I'm able to cut it away fairly easily now. I'm going to try to loosen it off a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. We'll do the same thing to the other side here. Yeah, as of now, it's just ridiculous. That's much better. I almost forgot about the charging port, which is here, and it's been broken free for quite a while, so I'm going to put a big gob of epoxy in around that as well and try to make it stay in place. I don't expect this to fit back together like it did from the factory. What I want to do now is hook up these hinges and see if they fold without the epoxy breaking, because that's what really matters at this point. We'll try to fold this down. I think I have the screws over here for the hinges. It actually looks like this is going to go back together. Now, this is kind of the moment of truth, other than powering it up, to see if I can actually open it without the hinges snapping. that's definitely promising. Alright, now I've got to put all this stuff back together. So this goes like this, I do believe. I'll wait to put the battery in so I don't fry anything. Look at there, it opens up. I find that really strange how it pulls air from underneath the keyboard. I'm going to hook back up the ribbon cable. Put the keyboard back in place. I think it goes under the edge and then folds down. All right, I think we've got it. I can now put this cover on, put the battery in, and see if it'll fire up and actually operate. That's kind of a necessary function of a computer. Alright. Which way does this go? It goes like this first. And then like that. Just the real moment of truth here. See if I completely screwed this up. It's not powering up yet. Oh, there we go. Scared me for a second. Can hear the fan making some noise. I think it's kind of just wore out. Not nearly as noisy as it used to be. Today's a good day. I got a pepperoni stick, got the computer working. Today's a good day.